Hello everybody, this is LudiCole15 and welcome back to another part of Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. Last time we went to Union Cave to catch ourselves a Lapras, you know, just because I wanted to show it off and fight some trainers that proved to be a bit more challenging than we thought. And then afterwards, don't remember, oh yeah, I spent like the remaining half of the episode just talking about Eevee for some reason. I just wanted to get over its bio, it's very long. But it's over now, and now we're here in Magnemite City. I'm about to go to Route 38. Because at this point of the game, you can pick which direction to go. The game is asking, like, usually it's telling you to go this way because you get strengths and you already have surf. But we're gonna go this way, like, cause not everybody does it, and quite frankly, I like to get the gym leaders done in proper order. So we're gonna go this way. Oh, listen to this music. It is so good. Yes, this music is really good. I really love it. We're gonna start walking around with our Pokemon. So there are a few trainers here. Quite a few trainers here, and there are quite a lot of Pokemon I have to go over that are new. Like there are at least 5 or so I have to go over. One of them is a Verge exclusive, so I'll say that one for last. But right now, let's go over the new encounters we can find, and there are a lot. Let's start with the most common here. The first Pokemon you can find is Magnemite. Magnemite is I honestly like this Pokemon quite a lot. It's more, the family is a special attacking electric type, which what else do you not know about electric type special attacking? And it has quite a few moves to complement it as well. And usually steel types are more physical, but this one does well offensively with special oriented. As steel type, it's pretty well. If the only couple fortunate things is that a lot of its good level up moves come in super late, like Magnerise. And then Zap Cannon with Lock On. And then if you want other special moves like Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon, you're using TMs. Thunderbolt, you're gonna have to go to the game corner, and Flash Cannon, you're gonna have to go to the Goldenrod department store in the lottery and then grind. I'd recommend saving and then start grinding for the Flash Cannon TM on Tuesday. And the time it's recording, it is also Saturday afternoon. But anyways, back to Magnemite. Magnemite is a hard-hitting special Pokemon with pretty alright stats and evolves at a reasonable level. The only other issue I should talk about is that while I love its type defensively and offensively, well, not really. Steel's not a very good type offensively, but it is good defensively. Its qualities to ground can be an issue, especially when Earthquake is basically everywhere in most cases. And then its final evolution, Magnezone, you're not accessing in this game unless you could transfer your Magneton all the way to Diamond and Pearl Platinum, leveled up at Mount Coronet, and that's about it. If you don't have access to Diamond and Pearl Platinum, well, you're not getting a Magnezone at all. But otherwise, well, it might not be the best special attacking Pokemon, even as a Magneton, might be outclassed by Jolteon and Ampharos. I still recommend it just because it has a solid special attack that it's just not hard to not pass in this Pokemon. And Magnapole is a good ability and competitive, but both of its abilities don't do well in this game. Now on to majority of the rest of the Pokemon, which are normal types. First up is Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd is flying normal, and this Pokemon sucks. Easy to say. Both its abilities aren't very good. Its stats are spectacular. Flying normal is a generic type for flying types. The only good things I can say about it are that it learns solid, actual good moves to level up, like Night Slash, Air Slash, Agility to help out its poor stats, or its poor speed, and even Poison Jab. I honestly didn't know this thing could learn Poison Jab, but then again, it's a flying type. Other than that, this thing is best with U-turn, and even then, this thing is just so slow that it's hard to recommend. Oh, no, I shouldn't even be saying it's hard to recommend. It's downright useless. Outclassed by basically any flying type. Yeah, Mega's better, Pidgeot's better, Noctowl's better, Fearo's better. Any flying type is better than this thing. Any flying type is better. This thing sucks. I cannot recommend it to anybody. And overall, I wish this thing got an evolution because of the move pool, the level up moves it learns. are really good. Even though it's False Swipe at the late levels, which sucks. Like, False Swipe is a move that never KOs your opponent. It always brings you down to 1 HP at the very least. But Scyther is a much better Pokemon for, like, helping you catch. Like, False Swipe is a good move to help you catch Pokemon, but Scyther is the better False Swipe user because it can learn it early, unlike Farfetch, who can't. Overall, bad Pokemon. Now, for 5% encounter, you can find the infamous Miltank. Ignoring the fact that Whitney has the most annoying Miltank ever, this thing is pretty solid offensively and defensively. And it's quite fast as well for physical tank. Learns solid moves to level up, learns other moves to support it like Mill Drink and Heal Bell. And the only issue is that it learns a lot of normal moves to level up, and then there's Rollout and Zen Headbutt. Level up moves it does learn are pretty solid. Stomp, Body Slam. I'd recommend giving it Return if you can, and Brick Break I would normally recommend it, but it can't learn it. And the only issues I have are fighting moves, and you're unfortunately going to be missing out on Superpower, which is a bit of a shame. Other than that, I do recommend it just because even though its move pool isn't the best, I still think it works as a solid tank with normal offenses. If that's what you want, and the fact that this thing is just good overall, yeah. I recommend this Pokemon if you want to try out a different normal type. And speaking of normal types, the next Pokemon we can find is Toros. The male version of is what I consider the male version of Miltank, with better abilities. Intimidate is a really good ability as always. And Anger Point is such a fun ability but it rarely activates because on most circumstances you're not going to get hit by a critical hit. But when you do, its attack stat gets super high, or it maxes out, and there are quite a lot of moves you could benefit from it. As a Toros, it starts off with Horn Attack. I think it also gets Zen Headbutt, but also learns a couple other moves that doesn't help it. If I'm correct, this thing does learn Payback, if I'm correct, and also learns Pursuit. The dark moves it does learn don't really complement because it's quite fast for an offensive Pokemon. And back in the old days when Gen 1, when Toros had a 70 special stat, this thing was broken, but now I feel like it's a bit weak. And Sheer Force is not an ability for this thing yet. But otherwise, even with those couple negatives, I can still recommend this Pokemon just by the abilities alone, the great how offensive this thing can be in battle, and just a solid Pokemon to anyone as well. Just like Miltank, the only difference is, once again, it doesn't get many good support moves, but this thing still works offensively. Definitely recommend it, though I just expect it to do a majority of the normal moves. Give it Earthquake if you can eventually get it. That's simple as that. And now for the rare encounter, more commonly found in swarms eventually when we get there, is Snubbull. Once again, another normal type that has Intimidate, or Runaway. Definitely get Intimidate on this thing. Unlike Snubbull, unlike Tauros, Snubbull is really slow. Learns a couple moves that help it a bit, a couple of Fang moves. It does get access to the elemental Fangs that it evolves, and I think it actually does a Snubbull, but as a Snubbull can learn it. It can also learn Charm, Bite, and some of the normal moves, though I recommend giving it Strength or Return, one of the two. This thing is just your typical normal type. Nothing really much to it other than Intimidate, hard-hitting attack, really slow though. It does get Crunch eventually, but at unreasonable levels. But if you're just looking for a normal type that can do well, or at least go offensive once again, Toros and Miltank might be a bit better in regard, but I'm pretty sure Granbull hits a little bit more harder and also has Intimidate, but slower than Toros. Really, I feel like it's a bit outclassed by both of the two, Miltank and Toros, but and also does not help that it has a 1% encounter right here, and specifically Route 38, not the next route. But if you're just looking for a normal type that can do well, go ahead and pick it. I can't really say it's better than Toros and Miltank, but it's up to you if you want the Elemental Fangs, which I don't know if it's worth it. And last Pokemon, only found in Soul Silver, is Meows. Meows is a bit strange of a normal type. Just like Raticate, it learns normal and dark moves to level up. But unlike Raticate, Meows can go both as a mixed attacker because the Meows family, unlike Raticate, can learn Nasty Plot, and like Raticate, it has a couple other special moves it can learn: Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, stuff like that, and all which can be benefited from Nasty Plot. Really though, I don't really recommend this Pokemon, even if you're playing Soul Silver, I feel like Miltank and Toros are just better normal types than Snubbull and Meows. Meows is a bit fast and can hit both sides, believe it or not, but I feel like Meows is just a weaker version of Toros, just because Toros gets everything better than Meows can. Toros hits a lot more harder, Miltank is a lot more tankier, and Meows is quite frail. The only difference is you're getting a bit more use from the Dark Moons, but even then, it doesn't get stabbed, and Alolan Meows is not a thing, obviously. Really, the only unique thing I care about, I would recommend it for, is if you're low on money, catch a Meows, grind for some money with Payday, once you eventually learn it, that is, and then go from there. If you're just low on money, use Payday. That's about it. Really, I don't really recommend this Pokemon much. But if you've never tried it before, go ahead. Nasty Plot's a good move on this thing. You get my idea. Whew, quite a lot of encounters, but we're done with them now. Now we're finally going to take on this route, and we're getting blocked. I've been overseas, so I know about all of the Pokemon. Expect a lot of water types we'll be fighting, and in general, this is why electric types are usually the way to go for these games. You usually want to have an electric type, only because of the fact that you'll be fighting a lot, and I do mean a lot, of water types and flying types as well. That electric types are always good for that reason. I'm thinking if I should swap out. Quite frankly, I'm gonna take the challenge. Use strengths. It really hurts to have a timid nature on this thing. It gets rid of one of the moves I wanted to give it, but you know, we'll keep it. Slam is gonna do a bit. So now we're at a point of the game where we can go anywhere we want. Like I said, this is the point of the game where everything is just going to be lower level than us, because you have two directions where to go. So the game realizes that, oh, we have to keep the balance straight. We can't jump any scale, so we have to keep the level balance straight. Quite frankly, what I would have done was easily blocked off some of the Route 42, but then again, Johto is very popular for being a region where you can go anywhere out once you get to Ekritique. I am a bit bothered by that, but at the same time, I know this game is still beatable, obviously, and here we have another lass. I actually know this lass. I think her name is Diana, something like that. Dana? Yeah, Dana. She's giving me her phone number because she calls me all the time in all my practice runs as well. This thing has static. How much will Ember do? Half, maybe? Okay, good, half. Aw, man, I was hoping you use something like Tackle, or even Conspore. That's not cool. This is where our Miltank will be useful, so I can have Heal Bell. I'm just hoping I don't forget any Pokemon. I'm pretty sure with all of them I have, because there's so many new encounters in this route specifically. And Psyduck is not fun for us. I just realized I have to go over Psyduck eventually, and there was a route where I forgot to go over Psyduck, but then again, I can go over Psyduck anytime. I'll probably do it after I'm done with... You'll figure out when I'll do it, but it's gonna be a while. I could just go over it right now, but you can counter it because we have Surf now, but I'd rather not. I'd rather be patient. Because I have to plan my... every time I make a recording, I'm always planning my battles ahead. Like right now, I have a couple of battles ready for next episode, but at the same time, I gotta get more... I gotta upload daily. You get my idea. Like I said, right now, it is Saturday afternoon, and by the time I'm recording this, part 13 has released. Wow. So... Well, was it part 13? I have no idea. Well, either way, let's fight this guy. This guy's a nerd. Actually, doesn't he have a Mr. Mime? Chad. Yeah, he does have Mr. Mime. Man, I know this route so well. This will be a bit of a challenge, believe it or not. Flame Wheel's gonna do a bit more because... Idiot. Dude, I'm paralyzed. Of course I'm gonna be slower than you. And Mr. Mime has got low defenses. And you're gonna make with Flame Wheel when I'm about to kill you. Or not! Well, Flame Wheel won't kill me. Double Slap's not fun though, but it's got weak physical attack. I'll go over Mr. Mime when we can. There are quite a few other Pokemon you can actually attain early, like before Elite 4 now, but then and Gold, Soul, and Crystal where you can only take them post-game. You'll see them when we get to a certain couple new areas added in this game specifically. HeartGold, Soul Silver anyway. You'll see what I mean by. Just like Donna, Chad wants my phone number. I'll give it to you, boy. Man, I really want my 4th team member already, but it's going to be a while. And it's going to be another while for me to get my 5th team member. Jeez, I just have to wait a lot for my team members. But it's all part of Pokemon. I understand. I'm going to exit. Come on, everybody's just blocking me. I just want to fight some trainers, but I understand. And any items here? Nope, we're going to fight this guy here. Fly high to the sky, my beloved bird Pokemon. I already gone over one of them here, and Farfetch is complete trash, and I already explained why. Doduo. I always consider Doduo the better Spearow, and you'll see why. And oh, Fear Attack might be a bit threatening. A bit. Oh, no, I take it back. I'm using Flailon because it's a bit stronger, but at the same time, like, I got a timid nature, and it still kills. And I'm not leveling up. Oh, okay, I take it back. I only got 8 levels before Solar evolves fully. I'm actually glad. Solar's starting to become one of my weaker members of the team. Ever since Acrobats has been fully evolved, Solar's become the weaker Mary. Mary at least hits hard and tends to fight a lot of super effective Pokemon, but Solar just can't seem to. And another crit. Perfect. Quick attack? Oh no. Wait, I'm faster than a Doduo. Even 10 levels higher, I'm still faster. And that's a pointless critical hit. Now, I should also mention, well, I'm going to mention this when I'm going to get to Route 39, but there's a reason why I planted some orange berries on my own. You'll figure out why once you get to that route. Critical hit. Crud. Oh, thank you, but at the same time, it's not going to be enough. Oh, okay. Good. Down goes Doduo. And then Acrobat's turn to play now. Acrobats, where are you? So let me pick up this right here, and then we're gonna fight that lady over there. I'm tempted to use a repel, because quite frankly, I don't want to run into any Pokemon. I only got 1 repel here and 12 super repels, but I have a lot of money. How much money do I have? I have quite a bit. Why do I feel like I have less money every time? Well, then again, it's my mother, that's why. I'm gonna talk to Acrobats. Grin, huh? That's cool. Talk to me. Dude, I'm taken. Girl, I'm taken, and you're too old. Valerie, huh? You don't really know many people named Valerie. Ugh. I can't even say the name right now. Wing attack. Just defeat this Hoppip. Hoppip's weak. We know this story. Hoppip's is more of a support Pokemon. And quad weak to ice. Skiploom. Skiploom is not much better. Still got the same issues. I'll go over it when I can with these Pokemon. Really? I didn't level up. I'm just going to U-turn the next trainer I see. Lyra! You want to call me now? Okay, I should bring this up right now. So yes, she's saying her Marill has evolved into a Azumarill. But you can go back to her house eventually, and you'll notice that her Marill is still a Marill. You'll see why. I'm always confused by that. Why that happens when it's still a Marill regardless. What was I doing? Oh, I'm supposed to be continuing in the next area. Please don't make. Okay, good. No item. Okay, there's none over there. It's fine. There's a hidden item somewhere. Oh no, that's supposed to be something else. That right there is something we cannot, like those things right there, the hill right there. Those have to do with climbing. We cannot do that till like near the end of the Let's Play. We're moving on Route 39. It's not really much different. However, there's a new character in HeartGold Soul specifically. This guy right here, Baoba. Oh. What are you holding? What are you holding, R, is what they call a Pokédex.
Haven't seen one of those things in ages, man. It's boba. I used to run the safaris on Future City, but it was becoming out of date with new entertainment options coming up. I decided to go overseas to learn the newest technology and open a state-of-the-art safari zone in Cianwood. Maybe more than a coincidence that we are chatting. Why don't we register each other's numbers in the Pokégear? I can give you a call once the safari zone is open before you get there. Just call me. Maybe. That's the way. So this guy is gonna... It's a safari zone, and Gold, Silver, Crystals, there was no safari zone at all. And now, the safari zone, there is a safari zone in this game. And it's gonna be in Cianwood City this time. And he's going back to Cianwood City to open the safari zone. When it will be open, you ask? You'll find out. But now let's also take care of this area here. Let's pick this up first, and we're gonna go inside the house, this house here. This house right here is the Moomoo Farm, basically. These people sell you Moomoo Milk. However, you have to complete a little side quest before you can do that. Let's go in here, though. This Miltank right here is feeling sick. So what we have to do is talk to these two ladies here. She needs orange berries. And that's what we have to do. We have to give her orange berries. Oh, and then, okay, never mind. I guess I can't do that yet. Oh, here it is. If I talk to these two, this should allow us to give her some orange berries. If we give her enough orange berries, if I'm correct, it's 6 or 7, we will be able to buy Moomoo Milks. So what we have to do is give her orange berries. This is the third one. To become a bit healthier. 4. 5. I think 2 more will do it, but this is my last one. Oh. It's fine. I gave her 6. All I need is 1 more, and we're good. And before I go, any announcements? No. So we can't fix this yet. I just need 1 more orange berry, and we're good. But unfortunate me, did not get another orange berry in time for this part. But there's an item here. TM60 Drain Punch. I think it's 60 power. I don't remember. It's got 5 PP. I think it's 75 power. I don't remember. It heals you. It's a physical fighting move. So yeah, 60 power fighting type move that heals by half the damage you do against it. It's not the best move in this game because it hasn't gotten its PP buff yet. And we can also find Nugget here, which we can sell for money, finally. And there's an X attack here, which we will not be using. And there's another hidden item here somewhere. Get out of the way, Cal. There it is. PV up increases the PP of a move. And there are 4 Miltanks, all of which are not going to help us at all. So now we're done with that. We're going to take care of these last couple of trainers. Okay, you're holding something. Cool, I'm going to take it from you. Oh, you don't... Okay, I'm sorry. Talk to me. Let me see what you Pokemon are capable. So this guy's a Psychic. I think it's our first Psychic. I don't remember. But he's got a Slowpoke. And we can kill it because we are a Psychic type Slayer. I'm going to U-turn because I'm about to level up his Acrobatics. And this should kill. See? Strong move. I'm gonna let Solar, even though he's paralyzed, I'm gonna let him get some experience. Level up for Acrobatics. Another Slowpoke. I take it back. We are not using you. You're gonna die. Mary can't. Curse might be an issue, but at the same time, I'm not too worried. Especially since it's lowering its speed and the rest of its stats won't matter. You only need to outspeed a Slowpoke. 8 levels lower than you and about as slow as you. Of course you need to outspeed. Why not? Also in Route 39, Toros is a bit more, is like 1% more common here. While Snubbull is only found in Route 38. I should mention that. So if you're looking for Toros, look here instead.
I'm just hoping it is the right idea that I'm using. This right here, basically, is a rocky wall. We can't do anything about that because that's an HM thing we have to deal with. But we cannot deal with that for a very long time. A sailor. Actually, I'm probably gonna send out Mary for this. Mary's only 2 levels away from evolving. Oh my god, that woman has the pixel eyes too. Got something on her back. Eugene Krabs! Dude, I knew he was a trainer. I knew he was a sailor in the Pokemon games. Eugene Krabs. Alright, everyone. I want you all typing the fact that I found Mr. Krabs. Now we gotta find Waldo, guys. So he's somewhere in this game. We'll find him eventually. Also, little 17 Poliwall. I'm trying to let that sink in, but I can't really. Krabby is no different for us. Yes, you need a Quick Claw to outspeed a Krabby. Of course, Mary. Of course. Sometimes I get the Quick Claw with no use, and sometimes I do get the right use. Raticate. Okay, that's a bit scary. I think I'm gonna send out Acrobatics for this. This is the first Raticate we're fighting, if I'm correct. You know, that isn't in the wild. Oh, that's a lot more scarier. That is scary, believe it or not. Wing attack. Please kill. It's just Eradicate. Good, a critical hit. Good enough for me. So what's next? I'm gonna sound slower now. We're almost done with these 2 routes. These 2 routes are really quick. Dude, it's okay if you the good Pokemon, like, let's say a Rayquaza. Derek's not a Rayquaza. And a Pikachu. Oh, if I'm correct, does this thing have, like, Double Team and Dig? Well, Thundershock's not too scary for me. You guys are going to be surprised where you can get Pikachu in this game. You'll be surprised where you can get it. You're not going to like it. Unless you guys have played this game, then you understand. You'll understand. Yes, we'll be friends, of course. Did you see something about Tentacool? I don't know. Tentacool's a Pokemon we'll be able to find soon. Talk to me, lady. Jeez. Here's the last trainer, and then we'll be able to make it to the next town already. No, we're not taking on a gym in the next town because there's going to be an issue, and honestly, I have to do things in order, if you guys know what I mean by. No, Thundershock will not kill me. A critical hit is annoying, though. And a Flame Wheel will definitely kill you if the previous one fainted. This one should faint, too. See? Oh, another critical hit. Whatever. Still got it. If it wasn't for that Thunder Wave of the... Who was it again? I don't remember. Mother! Thanks, Mother. So, any hit items before I go? Doesn't look like it. Alright. All we have to do eventually is come back for that Moomoo Milk, because Moomoo Milks are good items, and there's hidden items here. Oh, there's one over there. So here we are in Olivine City. This place is infamous for a certain area we'll be tackling in a next episode. But first, a jerk! Don't worry, we're in the clear, you'll see why. Dan versus. So what's your story, Dan versus? You again? You don't need to be alert. I don't bother with whips like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here, and is supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon up in the lighthouse. Boo-hoo. Just let sick Pokemon go. A Pokemon that can't fight are worthless. Ha! Later, loser. So, Dan Versus is out to get... Let me guess. No gym leader means he's just gonna go get his paw against the lighthouse. Dan Versus is such a weird show. Yeah, the gym leader isn't here, so we can't really challenge her. And even then, we'd be going out of order if we did. Let's go start exploring the place. This guy right here gives us something cool. A fishing rod. He gives us a good rod. So now we'll be able to go over even more Pokemon that we can find in the water. Oh, a bit of a spoiler. We're not getting... This is the last rod we're getting before Elite 4, so Super Rod will not be obtainable to you for a long time. Possibly forever. You'll see why. Let's also heal in the meantime. So in Olivine City, we can't really do much right now. Well, there is one thing we could definitely do here that I'll be doing in the next episode, and you'll feel what it is. And in here is the cafe, where we can talk to these guys for no reason, and look at all these guys. They're bragging about the fact that they can eat, but not us. And also, this guy originally would give you strength if you're playing gold and silver, but we already got strength. So we're good. And we can't really do much here. They're just bragging about the fact that they get to eat food and we don't. Let me eat, dude. I'm just a 10-year-old boy. I deserve some food. And Mother called us so we get some cool stuff here. Let's even get the Copa berries. She gives you a lot of the berries where they reduce like a type of yours. They're pretty helpful for the battles. And there's one of the few items we can get. Silk Scarf. Powers up normal type moves. Ah, can't talk. More Copa berries. I forget what they do. I'm pretty sure they like reduce the super effect. I have no idea, but like they reduce some type. I know it's not electric. I know it's not ice because I know those ones in particular. We're gonna buy more super repels. This is the point of the game where I buy a lot of them. And then I'm gonna sell stuff. Where are the items I don't need? I'm gonna sell my nugget, obviously. And that's about it. I can't really sell much else. And at this point of the game, we can also buy nothing new. Mail is useless, and the balls would be useful, but I don't need them right now. I think at this point, I'm just gonna buy some revives. As for what else, I think I'll pass now. And what else can I do here? We can surf around, which we will do in a bit. And I'll also take care of one little battle here we have to do. That's very minor. You'll see what it is. First, there's a hidden item here. Full heal. I should mention I also picked up an awakening before the start of this video around Route 36. This guy right here is looking for a Krabby, which we can obtain. And so we'll get a Voltorb. You won't be able to get Voltorb for a while, and if you're not going to go for like a specific area where you can get Voltorb, you're stuck for a post-game and that trade. But I'm not going to go over Voltorb. I don't have a seal case. You'll figure out where I can get it. I could have already gotten it, but something didn't happen right. You'll see what I mean by it. I just want Oranberry soon, but I'll wait. And Oranberries are a bit tough to obtain in this game, unlike the other games where it is. This is the lighthouse. We'll be going this area in the next episode, believe it or not. Because we can save a bit of time if we... I don't know, just save a bit of time if we explore this area right now. We can't really do much in that little rock area. But there is a Pokeball over there we can obtain right now, and I'm going to do that. Let's see. Before I even get the item, let me see if there's anything else to do. Oh, I should explain this area here. This area right here is the SS Aqua. Except we don't have a ticket, and we're not obtaining it for a long time. But we can surf here. And also, we can also encounter a few other Pokemon, but I don't want to go over them yet. Let me just use my Super Repel. I want to obtain the item here. Over here we can find Charge Beam, a special electric move that has 50 power, but can increase your special attack after use. I'm not gonna give it to Mary because it isn't a I don't think it's a finite team. You can attain at least 2 of them, but I don't really want Charge Beam much, even though it's actually a solid move through level. It's actually a solid move that many people sleep on anyway. Other than that, I'm pretty sure I explored everything of Olivine City, so I'm going to do one last thing of this thing, and that's about it. Before I begin, though, let me check. Yeah, I think I'm going to start this little battle here. This trainer will battle us to show off ball capsules.
I want to do the battle, but I don't have a seal capsule. But you'll see what we can do with the seal capsule. But let's just battle her anyway because I want experience. And also, think about the fact that we're battling a trainer in a Pokemon setting. Let that sink in. Blossom's dead. And down goes that. Yeah, I would do that, but I don't have one. I'll have to wait another time. So yeah, we're just gonna do the Olivine Lighthouse in the next episode. That's my plan for the next episode. So next time we're gonna take this area on and potentially also explore a bit of the next couple routes to the left. So yeah, see you guys later. Hopefully we get more work done than we did in this episode. Later. This has been Luke Cole 15. See you guys next time.